What up, this is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of Sci-Fi new series Astrid and Lily Save the World. Hey, before you watch my review, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button and ring that bell so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. And if you'd like to help support this channel, please do so at patreon.com/ramascreen. That's patreon.com/ramascreen. Let's rock this. First up, I would like to say thank you to Syfy for granting me the screeners to the first 3 episodes of this new show. They've asked me to not spill spoilers, therefore this review is spoiler-free. I repeat, there are no spoilers in this video review. Man, this has got to be one of the weirdest horror comedies ever. Partly because the show feels like it's 25 years too late. Astrid and Lily Save the World would have been much more popular in the 90s, during the era of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, when the creatures are basically actors wearing low-grade latex suits and half-ass prosthetics. But in order to enjoy this show, you gotta think of it as like a campy B-movie type, because that's exactly what it's designed to be. It's silly, it's cringy. At times, it looks like a stage play on digital, but I freaking adore the 2 lead actresses, Jana and Samantha. They are a ball of fun. The dynamic duo of winging it as they go. Written and executive produced by Noelle Stamen and Betsy Vanstone. In Astrid and Lily Save the World, high school is hard enough when you're different. But when outcast BFFs Astrid and Lily accidentally crack open a portal to a terrifyingly quirky monster dimension, it gets a lot more complicated. It's up to them to vanquish the creepy creatures and save the world, becoming the badass heroes they were meant to be. That is, if they can survive the horrors of high school. Watching this show also kind of makes me feel uncomfortable because we're living in a day and age when fat shaming is frowned upon. And yet, this show is filled to the brim with fat jokes and bullying over weight. But that's what rocks about Jana and Samantha, in that they are game for all of it. There's so much sass in their performances and they complement each other. Their characters embrace those very insults and turn them into a form of empowerment. And that's just really cool in my book. So, just like any other monster hunting adventure, of course there has to be a guide or a mentor, and that's where Brutus comes in. This hunk of a man with a horn on his head. He would always stealthily put the next mission or the next instruction inside Astrid and Lily's locker, and because these girls have the most ridiculous super abilities, they can always sense whenever the next monster is about to attack. These first 3 episodes are very much procedural, and the monster on each of them has their own distinguishing qualities and objectives. As I said earlier, bodysuits and makeup prosthetics. This is definitely a show that doesn't require a lot of budget, but even if the creatures look like they're cosplaying, they can also surprisingly be gooey and gnarly and gross. To pick up the slack, they also toy with the lighting and the colors to give you that grindhouse style atmospheric effects. Am I gonna stick around to see the rest of this season? I think so, because there seems to be more to the picture than just monster hunting. And that dreamy Brutus fella is definitely hiding something. And even though the comedy is more of a hit and miss, Jana and Samantha will always try to make it work. You can criticize this show for 1,000 reasons, but one of them will not be a lack of effort on the part of those 2 girls.